Do you know what cosplay is?
No, I don't.
No.
No.
No?
I have got no idea. What is it?
Here at the London Metropolitan University, they are hosting the annual London Anime Convention. Conventions like this happen all over the world, where cosplayers get together and dress up as their favourite TV, film, anime and video game characters. We're here to meet the people under the costume.
I just enjoy being the character for the day, sometimes role-playing or just doing it with a load of friends in a small group or just having fun.
When I was getting into the character itself, I felt like I was like completely in a different world. It really brought out what was really going into me. Like the character, the design, it really felt I was in character, and I got a lot of attention. It really helped me because I usually don't get much like attention around, but being in cosplay, it got me somewhere. That's why I'm happy.
I think psychologists would argue that there are possibly a number of reasons why people engage in cosplay. One of the most important things there is the advantage of role-playing. When someone's able to take on a very different persona, then often they can perhaps feel as though they can get away with acting in a certain way which they couldn't do if they are being themselves.
But I'd been into dressing up and sort of costume parties before when I was younger, and I just in the Dark Knight I thought it'd be brilliant if I could do a Joker cosplay, and so I started going around different charity shops finding little bits and bobs. I was like, well that could work for the trousers, that could work for the waistcoat, and just came down to get into that jacket, and it was a £20 Primark purple coat in the women's section.
You do always get sort of like the elitists. You will get some people that will see themselves as being the best and no one else could be better than them, and they can get very up themselves.
We can, not, I won't now, but like we can name a few that will just think that they are the only one who can do said costume, and then it spoils it for the rest of us, because people get, oh, you know, that's you must just be a fundamental nerd or blah blah, and oh, I can do it better than you. But it's not a contest, that's the thing. Yeah, it shouldn't be a contest. So
yeah, it's just about having fun.
I think people who don't engage in cosplay may sort of see people who do it as being a little bit weird, a little bit unusual, perhaps even a little bit geeky. I think this just might be an example of what psychologists talk about in terms of in-group feelings and out-group feelings. When you're making judgments about people who you don't perceive to be in the same group as you, often that's the way in which prejudices can arise.
Everyone's judgmental when it comes to cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, unless you do it, people don't take you seriously. You know, there's all sorts that goes on. I mean, there's a lot of the elitists who stand there and like, I'm the best costume. To me, I find the best costumes are the ones that people have gone out to charity shops, they have hardly any money, and they've searched for the things and they're wearing them. Whereas these people that go around, they've got their mums to pay £1,000 to get the perfect material made.
Coming with 2 costumes, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they change halfway through the event, you know, and then they have the audacity to take the mick out of you.
For some people it may be because they really get into it and they really get into the characters. They become
the second character, which is when you get this whole 2 identity thing of, you know, I am going to be this person, but I'm really this person.
Yeah.
And that, you don't get it often, but you do get it.
I don't think there's any suggestion that people who engage in cosplay have some kind of split personality. Often that's a term used to describe when people might have very different, distinct personalities, and often you only see that in a clinical context. So these aren't people who necessarily have any kind of problem in that respect. It's just an opportunity. I think most people like opportunities to role play, pretend to be somebody that they're not. It's a form of escapism. And for folks engaging in cosplay, it's just a chance to do that. Sometimes it's done to a slightly more extreme level, more effort's gone into it, but I think it's just a more extreme version of escapism.
And everybody is so nice and accepting because they've put so much effort into their costumes and they can see the effort you've put into yours. It's so easy to form a friendship, whereas if you're like just out in the street, you don't say hi to anyone. At a convention, you say hello to every person and you have a good conversation with them.
It's not really every day, no. It's I mean, we will spend days looking for bits for the costumes, but we don't actually dress up every day.
No,
that's a big misconception with a lot of people. They think that's just everything we do, and it's not.
Technically, for props, I mean, he could be classed as a set piece. I mean, he's probably the most expensive thing. I mean, but he's a sort of joint venture. He is, but alone he costs 450. Roughly about for him, and
we're still working on him.
Yeah.
It's lovely living with cosplayers. I mean, it's a lot easier if you want to dress up, because you know that everyone in the house has done that, or they're going to do it with you, so you don't feel like you're being judged at all. I think if I just lived in a house with people that didn't, they wouldn't understand me as much, if you see what I mean.
On the exterior, this may seem a little strange. However, under the surface, cosplay for many is just to have fun and appreciate film, TV, anime, and video games in another way. Everyone dresses up from time to time, even if it was for a party, stag, or hen do. So why should cosplay be any different?